Welcome back to Final Fantasy V. Alright, job loadout of the day. So, Lena's back tonight for a bit, figured I just wanted a defensive character. Also decent offense as well, both are nice, and she's about to job level, so that's always good. I've got Beastmaster on Ferris because I just want to learn Control as soon as possible, because it's going to be a very handy ability that we need soon.
Also great sprite.
Bart's... yeah, the Beastmaster sprite's very good. Bart's is a white mage. I mean, it's for the healing. You're gonna want a good mage at some point. And Gallop's just going to continue being a monk because I just like the ability to have the old man punch people. Alright, so, last time, Karnak Castle fucking exploded. So, Sid, how's it going? Not feeling great about making the machine that eventually led to the crystal exploding. Everybody's sad.
Synchronized depression. Go!
Everybody, pity, all at once! Alright, so let's head back to Karnak, because we can't just leave it off there. Now, where else would Sid go but to the pub in his depression? He even has his own room to mope in.
Sorry, we can't let you upstairs. Some old man rented out the whole room so we can mope all night.
He's really sad. I think he'll let you up there if you, like, throw cans at him. Alright, so, we need to figure out something to do to get Sid out of his funk. But as it turns out, if you remember from last time, somebody, and by that I mean that man we just talked to again, mentioned Mid, Sid's grandson, who's okay, but he's better than nothing at this point.
Mid is such a funnier name now than it was when I first played this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of funny because they just took the character everybody knows and loves, Sid, and just replaced the C with an M. It's like, alright, they're related. But yeah, no. Now Mid's just an actual term people use.
This is my child, Mediocre. We call him Mid for short.
You think it's just like the Valentine family from JoJo? There's just another son, and he's somehow even worse.
I don't remember that from JoJo.
Not like the main series, but the fucking spin-off,
oh god!
With funnier Valentine.
Oh god, I told you about that. Oh, I completely fucking forgot about fucking Jorge Joestar.
Yeah, I've not read that, but I remember the name Funniest Valentine. Alright, oh shit, Dorm Chimera. So, you're gonna want to encounter one of these guys because they have Aqua Breath, which is a very good blue magic spell that you definitely want. However, Dorm Chimera will kick the shit out of you if you're not careful. You might have noticed, that does do a lot of damage. And Dorm Chimera is not receptive to Gallop's advances. Now, if you don't want to encounter the Dorm Chimera, which is absolutely understandable, Dorm Chimera is very strong, you can just not step into the desert. The Dorm Chimera will only spawn in the desert around here. By the same token, nothing but the Dorm Chimera will spawn in the desert, so if you would like to grind, and considering we get 250 gil, 360 XP, and 3 ABP, yeah, it's not a bad idea to grind off of these guys for job points, which is a thing I'm going to have to do between episodes, because we're kind of getting to the most anxiety-inducing portion of this game. There's a whole lot of blue magic to learn, and if you don't care about blue magic, congratulations, you've saved yourself so much stress. I am, of course, going to be aiming for all of the blue magic in the game, so... I've got a bunch of things to do. Now, there is something that I could theoretically do Except, I don't have the control ability yet from the dragons, who are in a real weird position. I don't even want to know what they're trying to do there. Transfusion is a blue magic spell, however, they only use it on themselves and other enemies. We'll know why later. Anyway though, for now... Alright, yep, mid. We're looking for him, but it seems that there are just monsters in the library, so that seems bad. Everybody here is calm, which means we're not on the right track to finding mid. We have a free heal right here, which is nice. We are kind of in the middle of nowhere, so it makes sense. There aren't any item shops or inns close by, so... in case you get here, they didn't want you to be left for dead in this area that is connected to a dungeon. Alright, we keep hearing about Jackal, but it's a little beyond us right now. Well, apparently half this book is missing. We'll have to figure out what the deal with that is later. Learn about a monster named Byblos. And here we are on the roof, where they're going to sacrifice possessed books. We need to exorcise one of these books. Alright, which one of you is a demon? Well, this one's gonna tell us about various blue magic spells, including level 5 death. Apparently this traveler gave us the healing staff that we don't actually get in this hack, so... good job, Chancellor, on that one. Alright, so this is the Possessed book, as you could probably imagine by the fact that it's now gigantic and sporting monsters.
I forgot the monster names for this book.
Yeah, they're all just pages, which is pretty neat. You defeat one page, and it just turns to a different one, so that's fun. So, page 64 is probably the toughest one, for very specific reasons. However, currently, it can't do anything to us that's too harsh. I'll just say ahead of time, that is the monster that has the blue magic spell level 5 death, which is exactly what it sounds like. You just attack an entire party, and if anybody has a level divisible by 5, they die. Currently, we can't have that. We aren't affected by that. We're not at a level divisible by 5. But considering everyone's the same level at this point, when we do get to level 5, it's kinda bad. Page 256 has 2 different blue magic spells, and we just learned one of them. Moon Flute, which... okay, in my mind, Moon Flute just... I say it in the same cadence as Moon Shoes from that old commercial. So, consequently, I kinda hate this blue magic spell because it gets stuck in my head. It just makes everybody mad. I don't know if we've seen, like, Berserk as an actual stat yet, but, Berserker gets its name from the status effect. Everybody gets real angry and does more damage, but you can't do anything but attack, so for characters like Bartz, this is not ideal, because he doesn't really do anything for damage. For Galuf, that's a death sentence. You've just made Galuf mad, he's going to punch you to death. And now we're able to use Moon Flutes. And we got the ability Calm, which doesn't help me at all. I believe the next job level for Beastmaster is the one where we get control, so we're gonna encounter a bunch of enemies that we could theoretically get spells from, but we can't. Anyway though, now we're in the dungeon proper. So, Library of the Ancients is kind of a maze, and a really weird one at that. If you're wondering why all of this is happening, it's basically just, you either have to cram yourself in a certain direction or press the A button at certain spots in, like, the wall or, you know, in the bookcases or whatever, and that'll just rearrange the path. That's not a point of no return. There are places where you can actually just, excuse me? Oh, okay, I'll just go up. I'm getting bullied by a bookshelf! Anyway, yeah, no, that's not a point of no return. There's just different areas to, shuffle things to, if you want to go back. Anyway, here's Ifrit, spelled Ifrit, and pronounced as Ifrit throughout most of the Final Fantasy series. Alright, so, mandatory summon fight. Here he is, it's Ifrit. He's hiding, he's very shy. Get back, Chocobo, idiot. Anyway, though, yeah, Ifrit is, of course, a fire-based boss, if you've played any other Fire Emblem? Final Fantasy. If you've played any Final Fantasy game...
If you played Fire Emblem, Ifrit isn't in those.
Yeah, he does fire. He does fire a lot. Again, to my understanding, really not Ifrit's whole deal in actual mythology, but again, we're kind of at a point where we realize that, Squaresoft/Enix has not been the best about, you know, mythology and the pronunciation of names. Everybody's figured out that it's supposed to be pronounced Cat Sheath, except Square Enix.
Yeah. Square Enix not the best at respecting other cultures, as shown by that one kind of racist enemy in the book we just fought that I didn't comment on.
I mean, it's not like it's fine that they gather up a bunch of different things. That's also a bit of a holdover from Final Fantasy 1 being based off of D&D, which also pulls a lot from different mythologies. But again, most of us have figured out how a lot of these things work by now, so, like, Square Enix could also do that.
Yeah, you're allowed to change a little bit about mythology, that's what makes it mythology. Disney's Moana changes something about the origin of Maui that I kind of like. I'm mainly just talking about refusing to pronounce Ketchi properly. Don't call him a Gaelic name if you don't want to pronounce it Gaelic, dumbass!
Mm-hmm.
No one forced you to use a Gaelic name.
Alright, so we received Ifrit, so now we're able to summon him. However, he is, I believe, oh god, I think that's level 2, and I only have level 1 summoning. So technically I can't use him, except because of this hack, I can, with the call ability. Also, this is how you pass by this. The bookshelf respects Ifrit. He will not get in our way any longer.
Okay, I don't know if it's because I played the Mario RPG remake recently, but that feels like something from a Mario RPG.
It kinda does, yeah. It's very fun and silly.
It's goofy. Oh, he's back.
But yeah, like, Call is not supposed to be an ability you get until the end of the Summoner class line, so normally it takes you a while to get Call. However, I kind of agree with the decision to make it an early game ability, because the farther you get in the game, the more useless Call is. Like, it is cheap, sure, but you have zero control over what you actually summon. And considering we don't have that many summons at the moment, it's still kind of a pain to actually get something we might want. By the point you're at endgame, Call is kinda just useless, cause again, cheap, yes, but like, you have too many things that do too many different things to want to unreliably summon. It is far better to just learn the summoner job and get all of the levels of summon and then give that to a character who can't normally summon. That's just way more useful.
I think the page 32 sprite scared me when I was a kid.
It's kind of understandable. He's weird. Look at him just sitting there, menacingly.
Did not like the naked skull man.
I mean, when you describe him like that, agreed.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, here we go again.
Yes, I'm gonna say that every time this sprite shows up, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, so there's him attempting to use level 5 death. God, I really wish that them attempting to use it would still teach you the spell, because that would take so much stress out of a given playthrough of Final Fantasy V.
Yeah. I would have thought that, like, it still hit you, it just didn't affect you.
Nope, doesn't count unless it actively does a thing. Which means you then have to revive the character who got level 5 death, because otherwise you don't learn it because you're dead. But yeah, no, like, I really don't like the hit a specific level spells. There's only like 3 or 4 of them in the game, but like, just needing to be at a certain level at a certain point is just not great. Second bit of advice for getting those, maybe just look up a save editor, that's what those are called. Fun fact, I do know this from experience, they do work with this hack. Oh, here's another book. So the nice thing about some of these books is the longer ones with the tougher enemies are worth a fair amount of ability points. I think it's better to go fight the Dorm Chimera out in the desert, because that's consistent. Page 64, he's back. Can't believe page 64 was nabbing all along. Alright, what were they guarding? Well, first things first, like I said, I want Call on for reasons, but I don't actually want to remove Beastmaster, because I just really want the ability points. I really need Beastmaster to be leveled as soon as possible. Oh, there he is. What's that? Mid? Oh no, more books! This time, however, Byblos is our opponent, and immediately he comes out with Magic Hammer, which sucks to be hit by because it halves your MP, but like, that's another blue magic spell, so I did need that.
Bang bang, Byblos, Magic Hammer came down on your head.
Alright, so, Byblos is weak to fire. He's quite afraid of Ifrit. I believe it was specifically mentioned that Ifrit was actually the one to seal Byblos away in the first place, so not terribly fond of fire and the guy made of fire. Anyway, that's one of the reasons that Call fucking sucks. Byblos is not only resistant to ice damage, he out and out absorbs it, which means I can just randomly accidentally heal him instead of setting him on fire, which is quite a bit different than what I want. Now, other than that, Byblos really isn't too terribly tough. He's mostly just here to kind of mess with your party, try to cut your MP down so you can do less to him. I believe... I forget what else he can do, because honestly, it's so easy to just set him on fire. Oh, that's right, he can also buff himself, but it really doesn't matter at this point, and I've also taken his MP. He's not having a good day.
Also, I love Ifrit's animation in this.
Mm-hmm. He just rises up. Hello! I'm here to set you ablaze!
Super Shoryuken!
Alright, there we go. Okay, Drain. So thankfully, I have plenty of HP, and did not heal him this time. Because while Magic Hammer won't give him MP, Drain, of course, by its name, does give him HP back. So yeah, like I said, he's kind of just here to fuck with you. God damn it. This is why I don't like Call.
Man, sure is great that this hack gives you Call sooner, huh?
Uh-huh. Man, just imagine if I were fucking up like this when it actually mattered. Yeah, I don't think anybody ever really uses Call for that reason. There's actually a couple different things that the hack does, in terms of giving you, like, different abilities, sometimes even on different classes. I think we've already seen a Monk with a few abilities that it doesn't normally have, and I think anytime you see that, it's usually because it's replacing, like, a redundant ability. Like, some classes have, like, HP up 10%, 20%, 30%. Okay, enough of that real quick, though. I actually had to do some editing here. The reason being is, Byblos has special dialogue for being defeated by Ifrits. However, that does not trigger if you use the Call version of Ifrits. Probably because they weren't expecting you to have Call at this point, which makes total sense. So yes, I did have to do this fight a second time, with Summoner, so that I could actually show that dialogue off. Alright, well, you must be pretty mid, because you didn't help out there at all.
Oh wow, I completely forgot what he looked like.
He is a nerd.
Looks like that one kid from Polar Express.
Not only does he wear glasses, but his, sprite, or his, portrait, he's just always got his eyes closed. Also, man, the party is just synced today. We're all reacting to Mid's just incredible ability to focus on just the book in front of him. Did not notice the fight at all. He was just too engrossed.
I know a shortcut just shoves a bunch of books onto the ground.
Throws a man to the floor. Mid, you're okay! I mean, yeah, I know that. There was like an ancient evil or something. He got trapped in books, but then he got untrapped, but then we set him on fire until he died. Wait, you already know the fire-powered ship has lost power? Wait, you knew about the castle exploding? But how? It was so subtle.
It was written in one of the books he was reading.
Man, they print stories fast in this world. Yeah, maybe he was excited in the past, but now he's super depressed. I'm gonna go beat his ass. He better not be sad out there. Oh, I'm gonna give him what for. Alright, so that's it for Library of the Ancients. Next time on Final Fantasy V, I do a whole lot of grinding between episodes. We'll get a bunch of blue magic spells, and then we'll go make sure that Mid wasn't eaten by a chimera on the way over.